My New Year's resolution is to stop making so many useless judgments about other people, because I realize how much of my time and my brain space is spent psychoanalyzing other people and going, you should be doing this, you need to be doing this, you should break up with your boyfriend, you need to be more confident, you need to do blah, 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 blah. Completely useless. So I just came back from the Christmas vacation from hell, right? It was my mom, my stepdad, my dad, and my stepmom. And it was nuclear, okay? And at one point, my dad said something that really hit me, and he was like, why don't you try to go 24 hours without making a judgment about anyone else? What if we all, just as an experiment, 24 hours without making a judgment? And I think a lot of times you don't realize that you're making judgments when you are. But they're crazy, they're bitchy, they're this, they should be doing this, they need to be doing this. It's so useless, because when you realize that boundaries don't require you judging the other person, you realize that the only thing that that's doing is wasting your brain space and your attention on them. So now they live rent-free in your head. It creates a more cynical, negative perspective for you. It makes you a less compassionate, emotionally disciplined person, because instead of going, you know what, I think I need to distance myself from that, and that's where they are, that's the place that they're in, it's not where I am, and so I'm going to distance myself, or I'm going to, put a boundary up. You don't need to do that with all this other stuff. And the only reason why you're sitting there thinking all these judgments is because it's not the way that you would do it. Who are you? Like, who are you to judge the way that someone's living their life or the way that someone is operating or behaving? You never know what someone else is going through. And I've found in my 25 years, sometimes the best thing is to say, maybe they're just doing the best they can. Maybe they're just doing the best they can. And maybe their best sucks. And that's a judgment you have, is that it sucks. You're allowed to have that. But, it could be it could be true. And I found that that's a much more peaceful, less draining way to go about things. Maybe they're just doing the best they can. And okay, this is how I'm going to operate accordingly. I'm going to set this boundary accordingly without all this judgment about them, because it's just a complete waste of time. So I'm very excited to stop doing that as much.